full of imported products.
It was straight down to business, touting products to London's trade.
They're Chinese little waving cats.
Are we ready?
Jazz rushed in to run the girls.
I had my hand up before I'd realised I'd volunteered.
Oh!
Under Jason's command, the boys wasted time.
We've definitely lost an hour and a half.
More.
2 hours.
More.
Did we try that?
The girls lost their way,
We don't need to look or smell desperate.
while Neil's half of the boys cleaned up.
We've done really well here and we've sold out.
In the boardroom, Jason's team turned.
Critical, clear, concise instructions were left out right from the beginning.
And despite their win, Tim chipped in.
At the very start, I was struggling.
You've won. So shut up.
Rebecca came under attack,
Kind of went in and just epically failed.
I didn't epically fail.
while Uzma fought back.
If you had someone like me in your team, you would have probably made some more sales.
But it was Jazz who got shipped out.
Your biggest mistake was jumping in too quickly.
She became the first casualty of the boardroom.
You're fired.
Now 15 remain to fight for the chance to become Lord Sugar's business partner. "6 a.m.
Hello?
Good morning, this is Lord Sugar's office. Lord Sugar would like you to meet him at the Old Bank in Fleet Street. The cars will be with you in half an hour.
Thanks, bye. The old bank.
Fleet Street.
Yeah.
It's a pub.
Oh, everybody, wake up! Good morning, boys. Guess what we're going?
Where are we going?
We're going to the old bank on Fleet Street. Guess what it is?
Where is it?
It's a pub. Wake up!
We hope, don't we, Jason, it's going to be girls versus boys again, because I think we're on a bit of form, so...
We've got all the aggression out of us, haven't we?
Well,
Teamwork now.
yeah, it's teamwork all the way now, Jason.
Obviously, last time we did lose girlies. As a team, I definitely think we lacked a little bit of thinking. It would be stupid not to use this as a learning curve.
Maybe we should just go with the tried and tested method. I'll be PM and we'll win, you know.
Good morning. Good morning, Lord Sugar. Well, this place used to be part of the Bank of England, and it's very fitting because your task today is all about making money from selling beer. Now, beer is Britain's favourite alcoholic drink, with sales totalling £18 billion per year. Now, what I want you lot to do is to come up with a new flavoured beer. Now, Tim, you piped up at the last boardroom, wanted to prove yourself to me. I understand that your business idea is to come up with a new form of drink. So what I'd like you to do is come over here and join Evolve, because you're going to be their project manager. And Kurt, you're also in the drinks business. So let's see if you can apply your skills to this, because you're going to be the project manager of Endeavour. The team that comes in with the biggest profit wins, and in the losing team, one of you will be fired. Everything clear?
Yes.
Good. Well, I'll see you back in the boardroom in a couple of days' time.
Flavoured beers, the latest trend in British brewing. Tap into a taste that hits the spot, and it can turn hops into hard cash. Today, both teams must create a flavoured beer. Tomorrow, sell it to turn a profit.
I like chili and caramel, just like a chili and chocolate, so you've got something with a spice and something with
That's
a
nice.
smoothness to it. I think that's a good idea. I'm glad I got the opportunity to be project manager. I do drinks a little bit type. I'm more into health drinks. This is more alcoholic, but I do like to drink them as well, and the opportunity was going to come, so this is something I think I can get my teeth stuck into.
Gentlemen, for me, something like a chili is possibly a little bit too adventurous that someone would be willing to spend £4 or £5 because they might not like it.
Off the chili, then I would think of a chocolate orange.
I'd like to make a case for nettles as a flavour because I think it's adventurous, I think it's exciting, I think it's daring, I think it's unusual. When you see it on a label, you'd be like, oh, maybe I should try that. Is that going to sting my mouth?
Great to be part of the girls' team.
With the girls in need of a win.
Welcome. Thank you very much.
A chance for Tim to show some bottle.
With the boys' team, there's a lot of talking over each other, so I think we should go around the circle, just jot down ideas, and then, let's start talking about our ideas. I want to target the female market, something healthy. Is everyone sort of agree with that? No. Or no? Okay. I really enjoy being in a team. I thrive off other people's energy. I'm definitely a team player. I'm not a lone ranger in any sense of the word.
Something like a beer that incorporates like champagne. Maybe do something like, the new berries like acai, cranberry, pomegranate.
Rhubarb and pepper.
Thought we're going to mass market.
I'm looking at these. They don't really know much.
How about this
Still
one?
considered WK.
Tim started well, but it's now all gone a bit to pot. Everyone's all over each other, everyone's got very different ideas, everyone wants to be top dog.
I really strongly think it should be aimed at men.
Mass market is men.
Yeah.
Okay, 1 minute. I know this could look weird. I'm going to overrule my own decision. So do you know what I mean? Like, I made a rash decision before.
It depends really who's got Tim's ear, the decisions that he'll make down this task.
Next job for Kurt.
One team's going to have to do market research and branding and design, and the other team's going to have to go straight into the manufacturing process.
Decide who does what.
I want 4 people in that manufacturing team because I think that's going to be the busiest of the groups. So I'm going to put Z in it with you, Jason, and us 3 are going to go for
me being on manufacturing. I don't make sense to that.
Because you don't drink. We know the market because we drink. I'd rather have you on the manufacturing end.
I don't drink beer either.
My skills lie in marketing design.
I want Jordan to be the sub-team leader.
OK, cool, thank you.
I think you'd be great, Alex. I think you'll stand up
Listen, mate.
and you'll get people doing what we need to do.
Seriously, afterwards you'll be held accountable for my performance.
You should be able to do the manufacturing process.
Let's do it. I do feel it's being undervalued. That's fine. If that's what you want me to do, cool. My job is to manufacture beer. I don't drink beer. Cautious Kurt has taken some dangerous decisions. Communications.
Personnel picked, the teams divide. Half stay in London to pour their efforts into branding. The rest head for the Midlands to manufacture.
Kurt seemed that he'd made the decision about the teams before anyone had discussed exactly what their strengths would be.
You don't put a cook in the kitchen who can't handle the food.
First task for team leader Tim.
Beer festival, food festival, or camp.
Where to tout their beer tomorrow.
Real food festival.
Did discount that.
I think is a really good option, as in we won't have as many competition.
No. We go for a beer festival because that's what they're coming to do. They're coming to test all the different beers, have a really good day out.
Let me just tell you what we're thinking. It's called the Kent Beer Festival. However, it's in Putney.
In southwest London.
I personally think that that's not our target market.
I think this one, yeah.
Okay.
Midday. Banks's Brewery. Base for both teams to dream up their drinks.
First thing we'd like to do is just try the beers, see how they taste at the start so we can tell the difference when we actually add the flavours to them. And you don't worry, you just stand there and observe.
Yeah, it's good.
This one's malty, winey.
I think that's a little bit too strong.
But back in London,
Chocolate orange infused bitter.
and already decided on a taste, the boys' branding team.
The whole flavouring is an orange, so it needs to be the orange colour.
With like an orange peel effect across it or something, and then with the chocolate on it.
Yeah, okay. Chocolate orange, we need to know what they put in it.
Hello?
Okay, we're going for the chocolate orange beer.
Hold on, one second.
Are you using amber bitter?
We haven't had time to actually really do any of the tasting stuff, so we're kind of going blind on the tasting.
We want the amber bitter base with the chocolate and orange.
Well, hold on a second, because we tried the amber and we tried the stout, and our honest feedback is that we preferred the stout.
Yeah, we've gone for the amber.
What on earth are you doing? Why are we going for amber?
We've just been tasting it and we've gone for the stout.
Yeah. You can't decide how it's going to taste when you're not trying it. That's down to us.
We need to move on.
Yeah. We had to make the decision, it's done.
Giving their ideas the taste test, Tim and his girls.
That smells lovely.
On hand, a range of super strength flavours.
What flavour should we go with first then?
From blueberry to bacon.
Let's get the rhubarb.
Watched by an expert, the team get mixing.
Let's just deal with that. So we need a
Anyone
2.5.
Can I just ask, did anyone do chemistry or anything?
No.
Ah.
Yeah.
100 mils in there.
Let's go 0.5 of the rhubarb.
These are very dangerous in their pure form.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mixed it.
Right.
It's very, very bitter, isn't it?
Yeah.
So we need
Something
sweetness
sweet.
in it.
Yeah.
So we were
caramel.
Yeah, I think
caramel. Yeah. That's nice.
Okay, let's
I like that, and I hate beer.
That's your final recipe, is it?
We're going with rhubarb and caramel. Yeah, fantastic.
Rhubarb melt, something related to luxury. Caramel is like a luxury.
In charge of branding their rhubarb concoction, Uzma and the rest of the girls.
Can you imagine putting a tint of 10% black over gold?
Yeah.
It will push it back.
Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt, but I think you should focus on getting the label finished before we start talking about 10% blacks and things.
Yeah.
No,
Sorry, I know that's an
Lou,
issue.
can you let us finish?
I know, but it's really important. We have
that's
a
what
banner to do.
Okay.
We just get the content on there.
You
We
need to let me speak.
We need pumps. We need a banner. I'm going to draw a banner now.
Okay, you draw the banner and let me carry on.
Do it then.
Doing
Just like,
what?
Talking about
I'm
10%
supposed to be
and
doing.
5% colours is just so unnecessary.
Anyways.
We don't have anything on a
Sorry,
label.
what you were saying, David, I do find it quite disrespectful when someone shuts you down. I'm not used to that, to be really honest, especially when it comes to creativity. Creativity is my forte.
I don't like it. It reminds me of like a fashion boutique. I just don't think it's beery.
Who's the sub-leader?
Okay, we'll lead then.
I've got one. What about bitter zest?
Trying to find a name for their tipple, the boys.
What about bitter blends?
Swale. Swale. Bitter swale.
What about something like a bit of this, like a bit of this? Do you want a bit of this? Do you want a bit of this? Do you know what I mean? That would be the advert. Think about the vision.
A bit of this, a bit of that.
It's not bad, you know.
It's brilliant. I think I'm doing most of the leading. I've come up with a name. I've come up with the flavour. So I don't know what it is the other guys have had to do yet, but we are going with pretty much everything that I'm coming up with. I'd say behind every good project manager, there's a Neil Clough.
Back at the brewery, recipe mixed, the boys move on to mass production.
So in one cask, we can get 40.9 litres.
But first, scale up the formula to flavour their beer in bulk.
1,000 is flavour mix, right?
Yeah.
So 2.04 millilitres
Right.
of orange and 2.04 millilitres of chocolate.
Yeah, that sounds great.
We've got the numbers down to a T. We know what the mixing values are and what percentages we need to mix into the beer. From our side, we've delivered what we've been asked to.
6.5 at 75%, is that right? Does that make sense?
It does, it
People-
makes sense, it makes sense, it makes sense. It does, write it down.
Trying to get the ratios right for the girls,
75% rhubarb, 25% caramel.
fitness entrepreneur Francesca.
That's wrong, that's wrong. That's 1% of the 100 mils.
Oh dear.
I'm really, really sorry. I'm just...
Kids,
my brain's
only
confused with
because-
litres
I
and
know,
grams and
I
stuff,
know.
like...
7 p.m.
We're looking really good now.
Getting ahead with their brand, a bit of this,
Got a great little system going.
the boys.
That's it. Here you are, guys. It's our first bottle of beer.
Hey!
If we don't do this, guys, we've got nothing to sell.
Still flummoxed by the figures, team leader Tim and the girls.
Let's just go with that.
Yeah, that's a 1%.
We're gonna do that.
What do you reckon?
Yeah.
Yeah, guys, happy with that.
What we've done is we've made the 1% solution and added it to that barrel.
So how much of the rhubarb essence has been added to this keg?
22.5
mil.
What dilution?
1%.
100%?
100%. It needs to be 1%.
Guys, this is not safe to drink.
It's too strong.
Too strong.
30 litres lost. Time to try again.
Yeah.
Careful.
How many millilitres has been added to that keg of the 1%
100.
solution?
100.
Right, there's far too much in there then.
We mixed it with this and then we
it goes
added
into
it
that.
to the actual one. Right, we're sorry, we've ruined the keg. Please, can we have another one?
Another batch botched.
Bloody hell.
Second cask down the drain.
We're going down, the ship is sinking fast. We just can't get our heads around the logic of this. We're going to end up with no product. I'm absolutely petrified of having no product and nothing to sell and nothing to do tomorrow.
We're having an absolute shocker at the factory.
We haven't produced any beer yet.
What happened?
We've got all the ratios completely wrong. I know it sounds terrible.
Oh my God.
They haven't produced any frigging beer.
9:30 p.m.
We're actually so efficient that we're ahead of schedule.
Guys, put it this way, we've been here 4 hours, we've just made our own beer, done 10 caskets of 40 litres each, and 100 bottles.
Not bad for a day's work.
For the girls,
Is this okay or is this bad?
mixture finally fixed. Time to get down to business.
This team are in total disarray. They've wasted £100 on base ales because they got all their ratios wrong. That's over 150 pints down the plug hole.
Right now, we've just got to do what we can do our best. We're not manufacturers, we're clearly not mathematicians either, but sales is our forte, and that's what we're going to do tomorrow, and we're going to forget about those lost casks.
Overnight, teams Bottles and Barrels will head south. Tomorrow, they must push pints to turn a profit. (8 a.m. North London. For both teams, first chance to sample their stock.
Nice, that is...
For the boys, chocolate and orange flavoured a bit of this.
I think it's a nice colour, actually.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah,
You can smell the orange. The chocolate comes through more and more.
It's good.
Yeah, see what I mean?
That's actually, yeah.
What we're going to do is we're going to use the bottles. We've only got 100 bottles. It's a collector's item, so buy one and take it away. One day only.
For Tim's team, rhubarb and riches.
Love it.
At the factory, it was a bit of a kerfuffle and we ended up losing 90 litres. In total, we have 561 pints to sell and 134 bottles now.
Yeah.
Both teams have 12 hours
I'm happy to go wherever you want me to go.
Okay,
to sell in bulk to bars
So trade sales is you four,
and shift pints to the public.
us four. I'll go into the festival.
1, 2, 3.
Do you want to come over, Fran? Do you want to come over here?
Where am I going?
You're going to the trays. So you four to trays. You're coming to the. So us four.
I thought I'd be better selling to the public.
We're going to
rather than trade.
Luke, come over here. Rebecca, can you go over to the trade sales?
Who did you appoint sub-team leader? You didn't? You need to call that.
Yeah, look. Hello.
We just thought about appointing a sub-team leader.
I was thinking. We
Give it to Rebecca to do. Rebecca will be sub-team leader.
Okay, cool.
Okay, strategy for today. Z, Alex and Jason, you're going to do the trade sales. Alex, if you be the manager of that team, I want you two to really push the sales, because I know you're both.
Yes, fine, I can do that.
I'd like Jason to make the appointments.
Let's go.
We might as well give this bottle to the other boys because it shows the product in a really nice
Just
way.
let me run round 1 second.
Great.
I think that this has turned out quite well. When we are making a deal,
Let me just clarify, you're not involved with sales?
I'm not involved with sales.
No, logistics and appointments, that is what you're in charge of.
Okay, so you don't want any contributions on anything else?
Look, Jason, focus on booking appointments.
Are you overruling me deliberately? Because if you are, I mean, I want you to have that responsibility.
The king's been toppled from his throne!
No.
Overruled!
No, if you want to overrule me, that's fine.
Jason, will you be quiet, you silly shit?
Opening time. For Neil, Kurt, Jordan and Miles, the St Albans Beer Festival.
Go on, Jordan, you can do it.
Watering hole for 2,000 ale enthusiasts.
Sure you know what you're doing, Jordan?
Kurt, pricing?
£4 for the pint, yeah, £2.60 for the half and £4 for the bottle. See how it pans out. I've looked around as well. There's some a little bit cheaper, those around the £3.20 mark.
Prices set.
Why don't you try that?
Time to get selling.
It's orange top notes, and then there's more chocolatey base notes that come through afterwards. I'm the master brewer. Do you see the calluses on these hands? Normally it's made with a stout, actually.
Expected to see a darker beer.
These are the one-off. This is the £4.
£4 a bottle because it's a one-off. Do you see what I mean? A collector's item.
Endeavour is having to compete with all the other beers behind me. Kurt's taken the decision to sell at a premium price. £4 for a pint, well above everybody else.
There you go. That's £4, please.
Is it? I reckon it's a big risk.
Well, you know where we are.
Thank you
all
very
right, guys,
much.
no worries.
Putney.
Oh my God, there it is.
Pulling up at their chosen location, Tim's team.
So this is the Kent Beer Festival.
Where is everyone? Oh, don't. Oh, it's not funny. Are we going now? Guys, it might go around the corner and there might be like thousands of people.
Yeah, let's see.
Fingers crossed. Stay positive.
Yeah.
Across town, led by Rebecca, Tim's trade team try a pub selling specialist beers.
So we've got a red ale. Obviously, we're here today to talk to you about a cask, but first and foremost, you'll be wanting to know what it tastes like.
It's very dry.
Yes.
The finish is very dry. You just feel the size of your tongue sort of curling up, which I quite like in beers.
Plum cover.
Thank you.
Isn't it beautiful? Yeah.
It's a very nice clip. It's modern, it's nice.
It is.
That is definitely one of the better ones.
So with that in mind, gentlemen, roughly how many casks do you think, off the top of your head, you'd like to go for?
I'd say we could go for 4 today.
I would like to go at the price of 80, if possible.
I think £75 is where this beer should be.
Could we go for... Can I... Sorry. Can we go for 78?
Yeah, we can do 78.
Can we shake on it?
Yep.
Thank you so much.
Cheers.
That's wonderful. Thank you. That's great.
Other than the fact that Rebecca likes to stick her hand in people's faces and her finger in my face on this occasion when people try and interrupt, she actually delivered quite a good pitch.
Over £300, pocketed.
Yeah, so the place is, did you say?
Everyman Cinema.
Everyman Cinema.
For the girls, on to the next
All
appointment.
right, great stuff. I'll see you then. Thanks ever so much. Cheers, bye-bye.
Don't ask them where their place is, because then it just looks like
we don't know.
We don't know, and we do know.
Osma, why are you undermining me all the
I'm
time?
not. No,
you are,
listen.
And why are you being so
I'm not being undermining you at all.
provocative?
What I'm saying to you,
You know, but you seem
is
to
we
want to
know-
undermine me at every
We know where we're
moment.
going, right?
And yet you're...
It's not undermining. You're obviously offended
Can
for
we
the wrong
just-
reasons. Just get on.
Next to try their brand on the specialists, the boys, led by Alex.
We've got a new ale that we've been creating. We've got a couple of casks, and so we're just looking to see whether or not you'd be interested.
It's also a bit of a limited edition product, and that's why, in a sense, we're saying it's a bit of this, try a bit of this.
Yeah. The bottle itself is open. It is empty, but I mean, if you want to smell it, you can kind of like have a little bit of the...
Do you have a sample that we could try?
No, we don't, unfortunately, today. I know it's completely random and stupid, and it's probably like something that you've never experienced before.
I don't sell anything I haven't tasted before.
I completely understand.
It's paramount for us to be able to do that, and I'm surprised they've even turned up.
That was inevitable, mate.
So you haven't got any sample at all to show anyone?
No, you haven't given us any.
I had an empty bottle of Neil, that was about it.
No, but one thing, even if we had one bottle for a sample, what are we going to do? Give them a sip each everywhere we go?
Well, you didn't think I asked you earlier, Kurt, and well, it was either you or Miles. You didn't ask me. You did not ask me.
You're in charge of the sub team. I don't know what you're doing. You never asked me.
That's just idiotic. Send them over 6 bottles. I know it's going to be time getting there, but we just have to send them to you.
2 p.m, Putney. In full swing, the Kent Beer Festival.
Guys, I don't know if you've heard of us. We have launched a brand new beer product to the market today, flavoured with rhubarb and caramel. Ask anyone who's drunk it. It's absolutely fantastic. You haven't tried it, sir. It's just in there, £3.60. Thank you very much, guys.
£2.50, please. Thank you very much. Half pint or a full pint? Half a pint. It's £2.50. Is that okay?
It's all right, actually. Smooth, nice sweet finish, but not too sweet. Definitely buy it again.
That's £3.60, please. There you go, darling. Thank you. Tell her we friends.
The trade's going really well. Sales flew in straight away. People are trying it and liking it.
That's lovely. Really nice.
We will saturate this market and then we will move on.
There you go. Thank you very much.
St Albans. At the Boys Beer Festival, sales of a bitter this
Can't tempt you.
bite the dust.
Sorry, no. A lot of people have been coming over and saying it's double the price of everyone else, which is making people walk away.
Are you dropping the prices? Excellent.
Hold on, I'm trying to persuade him. See what I mean?
We're selling well, but we're not selling as well as we could do. We need to get through much more volume, so I think the bigger call at the moment is, do we go on to the next venue?
We've got the South Bank Festival, 10,000 people there.
The thing is, South Bank's quite a way away.
I know it is quite a way, but...
Is it not worth us, like, spending another hour or so, see what we get through?
I'd say we do another keg, and then we move on. Give it another hour.
Finally armed with full bottles, Z, Alex and Jason pitch to a chain of gastropubs.
Yeah. Very drinkable.
How much do you guys traditionally sort of look to only pay per cask?
Around about between 80 and 90 pounds a barrel.
Our price is starting at your high. We're sort of looking at 95. If you're perhaps looking at buying the two, maybe we could, match your higher end price.
I'm sure we can come down a little bit. How about we sweeten it and do 75? 80 and 75.
How are you doing that? We can't do it for 75.
Jason, you're not in charge of the figures.
Okay.
How are you doing? What figures have you even got there, my friend?
I like his pricing.
I love it.
We'll do the one cask then for 75 quid.
Okay. Yeah.
We'll have to shake your hand and agree that.
Yeah.
Okay. Sounds good. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, gentlemen. Pleasure for business.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you indeed.
Are you mad? Dozy pleb, what are you doing? I have there agreed a price at 80 for two. You have gone in and given it 75 out of nowhere with no interaction and stuff, just to get your two bit in and say I was involved. Listen. You've lost us money, mate. You've lost us money, and you've once again proved that you're an amateur.
Both Alex and Z are the sort of people who think that they can just talk and talk and talk. And if they barrage you and break you down, that you will simply acquiesce.
The deal was closed. You put it in with no experience, not knowing what you're doing. That's all that happened in there. And you made us look stupid as well.
They are the most intolerable, moronic people I have come across in a long time.
Back in Putney,
3 for tenner, no?
3 pints for tenner.
Nah, you're right.
sales have dried up for Tim and his girls.
I think we've kind of exhausted all our avenues here. It's a small venue. We're talking to people multiple times. So I think it's time to pack up and move on.
Right, yeah, we need to go. We just need to decide where we're going to go. Pitch on the piano. It's on the Thames. It's a nice sunny day. People will be sitting outside.
Fine.
We can't, yeah.
Bye, everyone! Bye! Bye!
It was good. It was busy. We did sell.
The problem there was there wasn't enough people. It was a footfall.
Yeah.
We had a lack of footfall.
People. Shame that nobody picked up that it was a pub.
Hello, how are you doing?
Yeah, not too bad. We're headed towards Richmond, sorry.
What have you sold, mate? How many casks?
Casks we've done 1.5.
Excellent. Yeah. We've sold our 4 at our first place.
How much did you sell the barrels for?
We sold them at 78, Tim.
Oh, fantastic.
Amazing. So we're now heading towards you to pick up some more stock.
We've got
2 unopened, so you
They can take.
you can have.
No, you can definitely have those 2 unopened.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
They didn't do as well as we thought they would.
South London.
Met your colleagues, nice guys.
For the boys, another round with the gastro chain.
Now, we've been selling it slightly more expensive, but your colleagues were good at bargaining, and they basically got us down to £75. Obviously, we'd match that price for you as well.
And in terms of labelling, in terms of the pump clip, what are we using?
Unfortunately, we don't have any provision for that.
We would need a pump clip.
We might be able to go back to the project manager and get some pump clips if he's got some more left, do you think?
We can't put it on the bar without a pump clip.
We've got 2 options. Either I can bring back the pump clips, which will probably take us about an hour, right? An hour and a half, maybe even. Or the second option is we do you a better deal and we just shake hands and walk away. How many are you looking for?
1.
You're looking for the 1?
Yeah.
What I'm thinking
3.
now...
Buy 3 and we'll have them with you in an hour.
Come on, let's be sensible.
OK, I can bring it down to our break-even point and probably look about £70.
£70, no pump clip.
No pump clip, as it is. Think that's a good deal?
Yeah, go on.
Let's shake on it.
Great.
Fantastic.
They've just sold their second car. One at 70, one at 75. It's not good enough. It costs nearly £53 to make it. So the margin's small and the volume's hopeless.
Don't get involved in negotiations when you're not in a negotiation.
All right.
I've done the deal. We're shaking hands on it. No, hold up 3 of them for pump clips.
4 p.m.
I think if we are going to do it, we've got to do it now. Pack the van and we go. We need to make a call now on it.
Still mulling over a move to the South Bank, Kurt's boys.
I say we go now.
Yeah, I'm happy. If you want to go, I'm happy to go with you.
I say we go.
Decision made. Journey time, 2 hours.
Still got 300 pints to sell and about 120 minutes to do it in, so we're going to have to sell...
Right, so 150 pints
2 or
an
3 pints a minute.
Richmond. Out to catch evening drinkers at a wine bar.
Can you taste the rhubarb, the punchy rhubarb?
The girls, with their flavoured beer.
The rhubarb and caramel. No? Oh.
Not keen.
No.
Hi, ladies. Are you beer drinkers?
Not so much.
The wine bar's packed of everyone drinking wine. They're not looking to taste a new British beer.
No one bought. No one liked it.
And they're surprised about that fact.
Sales stalled. Time to take stock.
You've got more chance of selling a pint. I know it's Saturday night, but I don't think we'll be able to sell that many here. So you might as well take both cars. We've got about 100 bottles of beer to sell.
Good luck, guys. Bye.
With 2 hours trading to go.
Get the gear, get the gear.
The boys hit the South Bank
Don't tell me you're knackered yet.
for the Real Food Festival.
Chocolate orange beers, 1 day only.
Late start.
This is just £2.50, madam.
Low prices.
You'll never see this again.
You like the ring of the name? A bit of this? I came up with that personally.
The morning was about margins, and this evening is about volume.
£2.50 a pint. Chocolate orange beer, made by myself.
At £2.50, we're cheaper than almost any beer that can be got in this area, and people are enjoying it.
Yeah, that's good, yeah.
Central London.
This is our last chance.
Facing their final appointment, the girls.
Hi there.
Oh, how are you? It's
Hi.
good to see you. I'm Leah. We're
Ross.
both.
Nice to meet you.
I've had a look at your bar. There's nothing similar to this, guys. It really is just jumping out at me.
1 hour to go.
The thing is, Baloo,
Where is she?
sat chatting
Sat
to...
there, chatting to boys.
All right, no props, guys. I sold 8. 8 bottles. You go on. So which ones do you have to do a bit of schmoozing, guys?
If we can do something around the £65 mark.
That's actually slightly lower than our price point. We've been selling this at about £80.
I don't buy anything for 80.
If I could do a deal, both of them, at 70,
£69.99.
I'll shake hands on that. Thank you very much.
Thank you kindly.
The South Bank.
We've got 30 minutes left. Chocolate, orange, taste sensation.
£2 a pint, that's all.
Right.
£2 a pint.
It's just £2 a pint.
They dropped the price. What's a pint of bitter in central London? £3.50. Price matters.
Even for £4 a pint, I'd enjoy that, but it's gorgeous.
£2 a pint, what do you want, 5?
Selling like hotcakes.
10 minutes left to line up last orders.
We're going to have a great evening with all this.
So in terms then of the quantity, I can sell you 2 at 90 per cask. Shall we shake on that?
Pound!
Guys!
Pound a pint!
A pound a pint, just for the last 5 minutes! Where else would you get that in London?
Come on, Boris. You've got a great product as a one-off. I think it would be fantastic. £90 for 2 casks. Well done. Thank you, Boris. Thank you. Well done. I know I'm so happy.
8 p.m. For both teams.
It's done.
Closing time.
Did you manage to ship the casts?
We sold both of them.
For how much for?
I'll let Leah tell you.
Hey guys, we sold them both at 90 each.
Oh, yes!
Go on, sister.
Tonight, takings will be totaled. Tomorrow, the bitter truth in the boardroom.
You can go through to the boardroom now.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Lord Sugar.
I think I'll start off with Endeavour. Alex, sit up properly a little bit. Is there something wrong? You've got a backache or something?
Sorry, Lord Sugar.
Just like the place to be a little bit orderly, yeah. Anyway, who designed all this, the label and all that stuff?
I came up with the name and I came up with
this
the flavouring
is the name,
as well.
A Bit of This, yeah?
A Bit of This, yes.
A Bit of This, yeah. Is the idea that if you drink enough of this, that name becomes funny, or what?
I actually quite like it.
So were you happy with the way you were split up?
I think there were some concerns about Z coming to the manufacturing team when his religious beliefs don't really allow him to handle alcohol so much.
Right.
So
what about, do you drink?
Not massively, Lord Sugar, to be honest.
And you also?
I actually dislike beer.
What you're supposed to do in this process is to deploy people in the skills that they're best at. I mean, how do you send people to a brewery that don't drink? And in Z's case particularly, I mean, he is as dry as a cream cracker in the bleeding Sahara Desert. So you've come up with your product, you've come up with your brand, your next day is your selling day. How did that work out? You didn't send them off with
no, indeed.
Any samples,
well,
did you?
To be fair, I was
You had an empty bottle. Did you get any samples in the end?
Just one, Just one question on that. You
initially,
when I spoke to you on the phone, you expressed that, you know, you had no samples. You said that it was me who told you that.
Yeah, with you and Miles, I said about samples.
No, but then hang on, just 1 second. I asked you the question, and then you said it was me. I said, no, Alex, you didn't ask me. Then you backtracked and said, actually, it was Miles.
No,
and
sorry, Kurt. No, whoa. There was no backstroke.
Did I say it to you?
Kurt, there was no backstroke.
Did I tell you that you could not take samples?
Yes.
Anyway, listen, all I'm trying to say...
You are a liar.
That's not true.
You're a liar.
Sorry.
I didn't think you'd be that stupid to walk out without a sample.
What were you retail people doing then? You was at St Albans and you were selling it for...
£4 a pint, £2.60 for a half.
And the bottle was how much?
£4 as well.
Also £4. So according to Nick, when you got to the South Bank, you dropped the prices.
That's correct, yes.
Right. So you're outside in St Albans, outside London, and you're charging £4 a pop.
Yeah.
Right, and then you get into London, right, where these people are used to paying £4, and you drop the price. It should be the other way around, shouldn't it?
The decision that we made, Lord Sugar, was that we had a lot of stock to sell, and we had 2.5 hours to sell it.
Now, how was Jason in your selling team?
I'll answer that.
Go on then.
OK. Me and Zishan were just at the point of closing a deal at £80, and Jason piped up and said, oh, we'll give it to you for 75.
Why would you do that if there was about...
I didn't, and I think that's the issue.
No, you did.
Jason, you lost us money on this task on not one, but 2 occasions.
Is that true, Jason?
I felt that they lost the plot.
They lost the plot?
Yes, definitely. Alex disgraced you, in fact, Lord Sugar. Really? He was swearing at me throughout the whole day.
Swearing at you? Yeah, not the public.
No, but it was plain deception, Lord Sugar. They used plainly deceptive tactics in order to sell a very good product.
You from the Office of Fair Trading?
No.
When I said to you, look, Jason, please listen, please, you know, respect my decision and stay out of the sale.
Listen,
and the final sale, we sold 2 casks in 15 minutes.
As a publican, Mercedes, time, gentlemen. So, evolve. Tim. The reason I chose you was your business idea. Yeah, you said you want to come up with a drinks business.
Yes.
That's right?
100%.
So good. So based on that, then, tell me how you got on.
Yeah, great. So we wanted to try and go mass market.
We knew we wanted it to be quite unique. We knew we wanted to use rhubarb.
Tell me about the manufacturing process. I've been told by Karen that you took 4 hours trying to compute how much stuff is in there. I mean, who's the mathematician here?
Yeah, Francesca was doing the maths.
I'm not a mathematician. I have GCSE
you don't have to be a mathematician.
No, I'm just saying, I'm quick with numbers.
You ditched 90 litres of stuff, didn't you?
Well, every other part of the maths, we knew what we were doing.
I've never seen anything like it. I mean, it was
no,
I
will hands up say, we nearly melted down.
This is simple multiplication, isn't it? It is not rocket science. Let's get on to the second day. So where'd you end up then?
We ended up at the Kent Beer Festival.
This so-called beer festival, which actually turned out to be a glorified pub.
Yeah.
Right.
There was conflicting views within the group whether the food festival was better or the Kent Beer Festival. In the end, it was a team decision that the Kent Beer Festival was better.
Did you think of moving somewhere else afterwards?
We moved to Richmond, moved into a bar on the River Thames. We thought that would have a high footfall.
Ladies, I thrust Tim upon you. A good project manager or not?
Overall, I think he was. Yes.
Yeah, I think
I agree.
Yeah, he was.
He was?
Yeah.
OK, good. Right, well, let's talk about some money here. Let's see how this all turned out. So, Karen, could you give me the numbers for Evolve, please?
Well, you spent £648.67. Your sales to the trade were £492. Sales to the public were £555.69, which means your profit was £399.02.
OK. Nick, same thing for Endeavour.
Endeavour incurred costs of £601.40. Sales to trade, a lot lower than Evolve's, £284.98. But sales to the public reached £1,147.98, generating a profit of £831.56.
Come on! Yes! Very good. It's very good indeed. OK, well, look, you might be sick and tired of beer by now, but I'm going to send you, as a little treat, over to Belgium. And I'll see you all on the next task, OK? Off you go.
Lord Sugar.
OK.
Get in there!
Well, Evolve. You haven't evolved into winners yet, that's for sure. And you'll come back in this boardroom and we'll go into this in a bit more detail. One of you will be fired today, OK? Off you go.
This is lovely, isn't it?
But it's true. Fromage it all on there. Yeah.
Enough of the sightseeing. Let's go and get a beer. Come on.
Is it as good as ours? That's the question.
Congratulations, everyone.
Yeah.
Team Endeavour.
Cheers. Team Endeavour. Cheers.
Another victory.
2-0.
Cheers.
That's a very nice beer.
That's lovely. It's not quite as nice as a bit of this, though.
Whose idea was it to book the Kent Beer Festival?
Yeah.
Where did that come from?
Rebecca did actually push forward the...
Yeah, and you.
Yeah, exactly what I'm saying.
You can't just pin the blame on Tim. That's not fair.
You don't force me into
But you,
saying
I'm
that
not
I think
forcing
I
you
should
into
take
anything. I'm just telling
responsibility
everyone
as
to be fair.
I feel the blame's being pinned on myself. It's definitely an alliance trying to get me to take the blame for it. I'm not willing to take responsibility.
We lost this task purely because on location. Obviously, Tim's an easy bet because he's project manager.
Tim had the final say on
I did have the final say.
Tim would always have the final say because he's the PM. Can't always let the buck stop with Tim. I think it's really, really unfair.
Will you send the candidates in, please?
Yes, Lord Sugar.
Lord Sugar will see you now.
Well, Tim, you were the project manager. Yeah. Let's just talk about the manufacturing mess, first of all. It cost you £123. in raw material costs that you had to throw away. I want to know how you was unable to work out what you needed to make in scaling up the mass production volume.
Francesca was in charge of the numbers.
I've never had any manufacturing experience. I'm not sure about kilograms to litres. That's not what I do.
We were all in a flat because when we...
Can we stop with this we?
Okay, I ignored it. I'll tell you.
Is it we or is it you?
It's we. We're a team. We're a team, and okay. we work very well as a team. So that's why I like to say we instead of I.
Do you know, I'm sitting here looking at you 7 ladies here, right, who have got through into this process on the basis that I'm going to give £250,000 to somebody, right, to go into a business 50-50, and you're sitting there, you know, dumbfounded, looking at me with dumb expressions on you here. If you want to stay in this process, I want to hear from you. I'm not going to waste my time, right, talking to a load of dummies, really, who don't want to speak up. Do you understand?
I think it's down to location, Lord Sugar.
But you ended up in a glorified pub.
We did, and that was an oversight.
And who made that
Another
decision?
oversight?
Yeah, it was an oversight.
And who made that decision?
At the end of the day,
Who made the decision?
The decision, ultimately, I made the decision because I was the one on the phone call.
No, who suggested it?
However, you know, it was strongly suggested to me by Rebecca that we should definitely go there.
I think the problem here is that Tim's too much of a nice guy. And
Tim doesn't want to upset anybody.
You don't want to upset anyone, but you have to remember...
I'll tell you what, Tim. No, hang on, everybody. Let me have a word. I want to say something. The dossier was open. We were flicking through it. I pointed at it, and you nodded. Is that supposed to mean me entirely taking responsibility?
A food festival, you don't have any competition. It was an obvious choice.
Can I finish?
I swear, we were saying...
Well, that's what we
This has been building up for some time, and this is nothing to do with this task at all.
Really?
But it's great. We can deal with this. It's great.
It's about time. Personal. This is business.
It is personal. You've been undermining me the whole time while we've been doing this.
Why are you pointing your finger at me? Do you not think that's undermining? That's not the first time you did that.
I'm surprised you even have the awareness, to be fair.
Really? Oh, right.
I'm losing it here, ladies. I'm losing it.
Bit of a problem between you two?
You know, there is not a problem, to be really honest, Karen.
There is a problem.
Yesterday...
Well, what's the problem, Rebecca?
I find her very difficult to deal with. She's very rude to me. She has been very rude to me on several occasions.
That is so
excuse me.
unfair, and I think everyone will back me with that, Karen. That is really unfair.
That's not fair.
Well, I know you're all in
This
cahoots.
is we're talking...
What? 4 of you are, yeah, so that's fine.
There's actually been 2 times you've stuck your hand in
the location was wrong. You made the decision.
I didn't make a decision on the location.
I have never seen such a bloody mess in the first 2 weeks of this process as what I've seen today. If ever in my life I've come across a team who literally couldn't organise a piss-up in a brewery, it's now. I'm sitting here thinking to myself, you're all a bloody waste of space at the moment. I mean, the basic fundamentals, counting, calculations, locations, where you're going to sell, these are elementary things. If you can't sort these things out now, in week 2, God knows what's going to happen to you when we get down the line in week 8 and week 9. I can't see any of you being here. You better get your act together. Tim?
Yeah?
Who are you bringing back into this boardroom?
I'm bringing back in Francesca and Rebecca, Lord Sugar.
Right. This is a total mess, I've got to tell you. The rest of you, go back to the house. Rebecca, I've got no time for tittle-tattle, because I tell you what, if you can't get on with people, that could be a problem, OK? So I don't want to hear any more about that. You 3 step outside, and I'll call you back in shortly, OK? What is all that with Rebecca? What's the matter with her?
When you bring strong women together, you do get opinions.
But the point is that business is business.
She sold £312 worth of beer to the trade, more than anybody.
Tim, I get the feeling that he had no control of this thing. Francesca messed up on all the calculations.
The whole thing from start to finish went badly. 2 reasons: numbers and locations.
Can you send the 3 of them in, please?
Yes, Lord Sugar.
You can go through to the boardroom now.
Rebecca, I can detect that you was a bit upset about what went on in the previous meeting. That's life. That's the kind of bitchiness of life. That's business, yeah?
Yes.
You need to convince me whether you can hack this process, because it's a tough old game.
I think I can hack this process. I think I am...
You need to convince me, really.
I do think I can hack this process. I behave in a very professional manner. I am a team player. I wish to bring out the best in myself and in other people. I have a business plan I feel passionate about, which I would like to show you. By no means have you seen all of my different skills in business.
Tim, I'm wondering really whether you did lead the team at all, where every single idea or every single thing you came up with is actually one of these other people kind of walked over you.
No, we did come to team decisions. There was no, you know, autocratic, right, this is what we're going to do. Like, I was put on the girls' team. People who I don't know, people whose strengths I don't know. I hadn't had that first task to get to know people.
They don't know each other either.
You have a male come around and try to boss a group of 7 strong girls around. I don't think it would have gone down very well. We came to group decisions and everyone was happy, and that was the main thing.
Is the group decisions hiding from the fact that actually you didn't make any decisions?
No, not at all.
And what's Francesca doing in here?
Francesca's here due to the problem we had with the correct amounts of flavouring. I thought that task had been delegated successfully to someone who could come up with a figure and, you know, not crack under pressure when the figures were questioned.
And I dispute that I cracked under pressure, because the only person that was keeping the cool and just trying to think it through logically was me.
Tim, and who's responsible for the failure of the task out of the 3 people here?
Out of the 3 people here, it's not me, and I would have to say it's Rebecca.
I had a look at the numbers. Rebecca was your best seller, right?
Okay.
Well, actually, on the whole of this task, she sold more than anybody else did, including the boys, all put together, right? So, unless I'm missing the point somewhere, what was she doing here?
The reason Rebecca's in here is due to the primary location.
I think it's unfair that Tim is putting the responsibility of the location down to me. Ultimately, he is project manager.
And who do you think should be fired, then?
It should be Tim in this instance.
Tim had the ultimate decisions on the locations, and I think pinning it on Rebecca is wrong.
I'm 23, I do make mistakes, but I am a fast learner. I am learning all the time. This task has taught me so much, and these are mistakes that I won't make again. If, you know, I do have these talents, which I think I do, I want to show them to you, I want to prove them to you.
You sound very enthusiastic.
I'm very enthusiastic.
You've got your own business already. You're an interesting candidate. And Francesca, heard lots of things what you did wrong. Well, what did you actually do right?
What did I do right?
Yeah.
I priced up all the bottles, I priced up the pints.
I'm asking you whether you think you're responsible.
No, I don't think I'm responsible.
On this mess up in the factory on the numbers, right?
Absolutely not. It's Tim that's responsible for choosing the wrong places to sell the product we had.
Well, Tim, you have been honest in accepting responsibility for lots of things that have gone wrong in this task. You're a young man, you've got a lot of enthusiasm, and I think you have a lot to learn also. Francesca, you worked hard, you did make the product, but you got your numbers wrong. This was a disaster. Rebecca, I'm concerned about you. I've got to think about me running a business, OK? And I don't need trouble. I don't need aggravation. I don't need people that are sensitive to that degree. You've given me a bit of a dilemma here. Tim, your business plan was something to do with drinks, so I give you the job of being the project manager, and you make a mess. Now, you're young, people can make mistakes, but you didn't apply any thought to this task. I got nowhere else to go here. Tim, you're fired.
Thank you, Lord Sugar.
You heard what I said, didn't you?
I did, yes.
OK.
Yes.
Business is business, right? OK. Sort it. Yeah? Off you go to the house. I'll see you on the next task.
Roger, thank you.
The team was all partly responsible for various tasks, but at the end of the day, I did mess up big time and I had to be accountable for that. I do feel they haven't seen the last of me. This new drinks business will be launching, so watch out.
There were fireworks in that boardroom.
Well, what happened?
She said a few things that she shouldn't have brought into the boardroom because it would just make her look really stupid and silly. She said that I personally attacked her.
Who do you think's going then?
Just think that we went to the wrong location and that's Rebecca's fault.
Come on, Rebecca is not responsible for the failure.
She chose to go to that location.
How are you doing? You all right? Well done. I'm really proud. And you're all right.
Straight away they walked in.
So, what happened?
I think when it came down to it, they kind of it was between really me and Tim.
It was very, very sad to see Tim go.
It was getting a little bit, you know, too many guys in the shower in the morning anyway. Just needed a few more of you to go now.
Now 14 remain. Lord Sugar's search for his next business partner continues. Next time.
Your task this week is to come up with an innovative, flat-pack piece of furniture.
The tidy-sidey.
Screw-ups.
Isn't it largely a box on wheels?
As an idea, as a concept, this is ingenious.
I'm really not convinced.
Put-downs.
Not you, Jordan. Somebody average size.
That's not what you're doing.
Stop trying to pass the buck all the time, right?